Atomic Habits is really a book about why tiny changes in your day can quietly reshape your whole life, and why your systems matter more than your goals. Instead of asking, how do I get motivated, James Clear is basically asking, how do we design habits so that the right actions become the easy, automatic ones? Big idea, small habits, big results. So, the first thing James does is flip the usual self-help script. Instead of obsessing over big goals like lose 10 kilos or double my income, he talks about getting just 1% better every day. Tiny, atomic habits that compound over time, the way interest compounds in a bank account. He also makes a big deal about identity. You don't just want to read more, you want to become a reader. Not run a marathon, but become a runner. Every small habit is like a vote for the kind of person you believe you are. So the game is to keep casting those votes until a new identity feels natural. The habit loop. Cue, craving, response, reward. To explain how habits actually work, he breaks them into 4 parts. Cue, craving, response, and reward. The cue is the trigger. Time of day, location, a preceding action. The craving is the desire or feeling the habit promises. Relief, pleasure, progress. The response is the behavior itself. The reward is the outcome your brain likes and wants to repeat. This loop is constantly running in the background. Once you understand those 4 steps, you can start deliberately redesigning each part instead of blaming yourself for no willpower. The 4 laws of behavior change. From that loop, he builds his famous 4 laws, basically a design manual for habits. 1. Make it obvious. Cue. James wants you to stop relying on motivation and start relying on your environment. You use tools like habit stacking, after I do X, I'll do Y, and visual cues, like putting the book on your pillow or the gym bag by the door. So the next action is literally staring you in the face. For bad habits, you invert it. Make the cues invisible or harder to reach. 2. Make it attractive. Craving. Habits stick when they feel appealing, not when they feel like punishment. He talks about temptation bundling. Pair something you need to do with something you want to do, like only watching your favourite show while on the treadmill. Your social circle matters here too. Being around people who already do the habit makes it more desirable and normal. 3. Make it easy. Response. Instead of asking, how do I push harder? He asks, how do I reduce friction? That means shrinking habits to something so small it's almost impossible to skip. 1 push-up, 1 page, 2 minutes. And designing your environment so the good choice is the path of least resistance. For bad habits, you add friction. Delete apps, remove snacks, make the behavior just annoying enough that you'll think twice. 4. Make it satisfying. Reward. Habits reinforce when the ending feels good. James suggests immediate, small rewards, like tracking habits in a grid, using a habit app, or having an accountability partner. So your brain gets a quick hit of satisfaction instead of waiting months for a big result. And when you break a streak, his advice is simple. Never miss twice. For breaking bad habits, you flip the laws. Make them invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. Advanced tactics. Staying consistent and going from good to great. Later in the book, he moves from how to start to how to keep going and improve. He talks about the plateau of latent potential, that frustrating phase where you're doing the work but not seeing the results yet, and argues that most people quit right before the breakthrough because they don't realize progress is compounding beneath the surface. He also covers things like matching habits to your natural strengths, using the Goldilocks rule, challenging but not overwhelming tasks, and setting up systems like accountability partners and review routines so that good habits survive the ups and downs of real life. The core message he wants you to walk away with is that you don't need massive transformations. You need a system of small, consistent improvements that are easy to start and hard to skip. Get the system right and the results, health, focus, money, creative work, become almost inevitable over time.